Here's how to prepare for Chesnaught, the next 7-star raid in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the Mr. West Games channel. The first with voiceovers. Super excited, let's get it. The next 7-star raid has been announced and it's Chesnaught. Chesnaught will be a Rock Terror type and have the mightiest mark. This raid will run from the 12th of May to the 14th and then again from the 19th of May to the 21st. Before we get into the preparation, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and follow me on all platforms to stay up to date on the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet information. There are some assumptions, as always, we need to make when preparing for these 7-star raids. The first for this one, Chesnaught will most likely be a physical attacker and will use physical attacks. Second, Chesnaught will have at least one grass, fighting and rock type damaging move. Third, Chesnaught will be able to increase its own stats or decrease our stats. And fourth, Chesnaught has access to a variety of status moves and will have at least one of these. What we won't know for sure before release include which stat increasing or decreasing moves Chesnaught will have, what Chesnaught's move pool and which coverage moves he will have, what move order Chesnaught will use these moves in, and when and at what health Chesnaught will put up its shield. What we need to prioritize mostly in these 7-star raids is survivability and offense. Survivability being able to resist grass, fighting and rock as much as possible, and offensively, our offensive power being able to hit rock for super effective damage. These two things are what I keep in mind when coming up for my top 6 Pokemon for these raids, and I haven't been wrong for any 7-star raid as of yet. Here are the 6 Pokemon that I believe you'll be able to use in this upcoming raid. Gholdengo, Annihilape, Iron Hands, Toxicroak, Gallade and Koraidon. The main Pokemon will be Gholdengo. Gholdengo is one of the strongest Gen 9 Pokemon and one of my personal favourites. This Gholdengo build is a max HP, max special attack, holding a Shell Bell. Moves are Make It Rain, Nasty Plot, Metal Sound and Recover. You will be able to set up using Nasty Plot, decrease Chesnaught's special defense with Metal Sound and fire off big damage with Make It Rain. Recover and Shell Bell are there to help Gholdengo stay alive. Gholdengo is one of the only Steel Ghost Pokemon in the game, therefore resisting grass and rock and being immune to fighting attacks. Next up we have Annihilape. Annihilape has been a very consistent 7-star raid Pokemon and a very solid choice. This build has max HP and max attack, holding an Expert or Black Belt with Defiant to get an attack boost if he's hit with a stat decreasing move. His moves are Drain Punch, Bulk Up, Taunt and Rage Fist. Drain Punch is its main damage move until Rage Fist can do more damage. Over the course of the battle, Rage Fist will stack up and increase its damage. Bulk Up is there for setup and Taunt is a good supportive move. This could be a very viable Pokemon for this raid. Annihilape will resist rock and it will be immune to fighting moves. Iron Hands is my next pick. Iron Hands has the highest base attack in the game currently and is known to be a Terror Raid Pokemon killer. This build has max HP and max attack with booster energy to activate its ability to gain even more attack. His moves are Drain Punch, Close Combat, Belly Drum and Electric Terrain. Drain Punch and Close Combat are there for damage, Belly Drum to set up to max attack and Electric Terrain is there to reactivate Iron Hands ability. The only downside to this build is that Iron Hands will only resist rock and will be hit for neutral from grass and fighting moves. Toxicroak is my 4th pick. Toxicroak is the only other Pokemon besides Gholdengo in the game to resist grass, fighting and rock moves. This build is max HP and attack, holding an Expert Belt for increased damage. His moves are Drain Punch, Close Combat, Swords Dance and Taunt. Drain Punch and Close Combat are there for damage, Swords Dance is for setting up, and Taunt is there for support. Like I said, Toxicroak is the only other Pokemon to resist all of Chesnaught's stab moves and could be a very viable option. 5th is Gallade. Gallade is one of my favourite all-time Pokemon, so I had to include him on this list. This is a great opportunity to use him and his new ability, Sharpness. This build has max HP and attack and has a Shell Bell for recovery. His moves are Sacred Sword, Swords Dance, Taunt and Will-O-Wisp. Sacred Sword with Sharpness will increase its overall damage. He has Swords Dance to set up for increased attack. Taunt and Will-O-Wisp are there for support. Gallade will resist rock and fighting moves, but be hit for neutral damage from grass moves. Lastly, we have Koraidon. Koraidon being a new legendary Pokemon, he has amazing stats and could be a very good option for you if you already have one set up like I do. This build is max HP and attack and is holding a Shell Bell for recovery. His moves are Collision Course, Swords Dance, Sunny Day and Screech. Koraidon's ability will give it extra attack for Collision Course damage as well as Swords Dance and Screech for setting up. Sunny Day is here in case we want to reactivate Koraidon's ability. Koraidon will resist rock and grass moves but will be hit for neutral damage from fighting. These are my best 6 picks, and one of them you will be able to use consistently in defeating Chesnaught. I've always been able to use at least one of my Pokemon from my preparation videos in defeating these raids, and I'm sure you will be able to too. If this video was helpful, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Prepare well and good luck.